Yeah. Yeah. All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Makaha, Kodash, that belongs to the elders and the apostles of GMS, Habatah to the church, Orlando, GMS, and the truth. And Shalom to the Akim Agwa who may be listening. I hope this lesson is edifying. It's going to be short. I'm going to try and keep it short. I was just meditating on my life, and this lesson started out with me meditating about life and how long my life seemed, because you hear the saying life is too short or life is short, but for me life was long. My life has been long, man. So yeah, my life felt long. And it was all due to disobedience, man. And on a deeper level, it's like the title reads, how gold isn't produced gently. It takes pressure and takes resistance to build. It takes pressure. I don't know exactly how gold is formed. I ain't look it up before I did this lesson, because I was just thinking, and I said, well, let me go ahead and do this lesson. So gold is in the earth, and I can get it right now. Shoot, hold on, I'm gonna get it right now. This is AI overview. Gold is produced naturally through cosmic events like neutron star mergers and geological processes, primarily hydrothermal activity, where hot fluids deposit gold in quartz veins, and magnetic process brings it closer to the crust. Humans extract it via mining, hard rock placers, by byproducts, then refine it using chemical processes like cyanide lacing or electrodesis to achieve high purity. The natural form is called cosmetic origins. Gold atoms from an extreme condition, which mainly form supernova explosions, emerging neutron stars, scattering gold across space. Water. It's not giving me what I want. But I'll just keep going. Anyway, I mean, if you want to know how gold is processed in the earth, you know, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to continue on. So I was thinking, you know, um, I'm just thinking about my life, man, and on a deeper level, uh, it's of the Lord. It's all of the Lord, you know. Uh, I suffer from years of addiction. Um, um, Self-destructive behavior. I destroy my whole shit. I destroy my own shit. Um, um, what else? Um, it's being disobedient. Um, Jail. Don't forget that. I went one time. Ain't never been. At one time was good enough for me. Yep, I know this ain't it right here. Anyway, and it's all of the Lord. All those things, man, I just named. It's of the Lord. Those are the scriptures say that we will go from glory to glory. And so every time like the Lord took one from me, that was a glory. When he took one from me and I was released from the addiction, you know, that's one glory. I'm going to the next glory. You know, so now after that, you know, all them years in addiction, he take it from me. Now I know, now I can learn, and now I can live. You know, I'm free from drug addiction. I can live, um, and I can live right. You know, so um, each, you know, each one of those is glory. Glory to, you know, is a different glory. Let me read that. This is Romans 8:30, and it reads, "Moreover, whom ye predestinated, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified." So, like me and them years of addiction, I can I can live in a place where I use that. I can live in the same neighborhood where I use that. You know, they don't talk about me. They don't talk about me. You know what I'm saying? I can go around, ain't nobody looking at me sideways and none of that. You know, and so you know, we go from glory to glory, and that's a different glory. Um, so we go from glory to glory. Let me read this. This is Job 23:10, and it reads, "But he knoweth the way." He knoweth. Yeah, this is Job 23:10. "But he knoweth the way that I take. When he have tried me, I shall come forth as gold." So it's all about, you know, um, when you go through these things in your life, man, that's the Lord testing you, man, putting pressure on you to turn you into that gold, to get all that dross and shit off you, you know, to make you that fine gold, you know, like that. And it ain't gonna be done gently, you know. Sometimes you're gonna have to go through some hard shit, you know, losing. You're gonna lose shit, yeah. Because they told me, the brothers in the camp, they told me, they said, "Man, you're gonna lose something, man. You're gonna lose." And the scriptures tell me too. You know? Mm-hmm. So, right, from one condition to another, And that's all it's about, man. That's what, I was thinking my life was long and drawn out, but it was long and drawn out for a reason. Because the Lord was taking me through those different glories, man. From glory to glory. I'm going through shit. I ain't gonna tell y'all all my fucking business. But I was just going through shit, from ignorance to understanding, from rebellion to submission, from self-destruction to correction. So I had to go through those things, those different phases, man. And it just dragged my life on, man. It was like, I was looking back and I was like, man, damn, my life was long as fuck, man. Um, I'm looking for another scripture. Okay, go on. This is Isaiah 48:10, and it reads, "Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction." So that's progress. When you're going through shit, when something just, it's just in your life and fuck everything up. Trust and believe it's going to be progress behind it. If you go, the Lord allow you to make it through it, it's going to be progress behind it, man. You're gonna know some shit about that situation, whatever situation you went through. And it's the Lord dealing with you himself, man. The Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, he's dealing with you himself, man. Like the elder apostles say, man, you gotta learn to love to suffer. I think how they said. But that's all it is, man. This life is for us, Israelites, Negro, Latino, Native American. This has been a long life for each one of us, man. This has been a long captivity, man. This captivity is rough, man. We forgot who we were as a nation of people. We forgot our language. We forgot our culture. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, he blocked every exit. We gonna, it's for us to learn, man. For us to learn to be, those, those pieces of gold that he wants, man. So that's all I got. I don't have a lot, man. I ain't gonna drag it on, but it was, okay. I'm gonna go into. All right. I'm going. So I went inside. I went to. Try to make this short. I went to. I talked about the rough, the hard times, the life being long, difficulties and shit like that. So I gotta talk about the next glory, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta talk about the next move. Because the next move, we almost there, man. All we need for these Edomites to do is run Jacob's trouble and RFID microchip, and then those nuclear wars, man. And that's it. It's a wrap, man. His age is gone. Wadi Habba Shemal Shah, the Edomite, so-called white man. His rule is done. His money ain't no good. Only thing might be able to, get one of them big butt white girls, that's about it. Maybe. But the next glory is talk about the next glory. And this is Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time and every purpose under heaven. So our past, the things that we went through in this life, we struggle with, we made it through. Those were our correction lessons. Those were our lessons we had to learn. You know what I'm saying? To be who we need to be on the other side. Yahweh Shai went through that same thing, man. You know, to be that perfect sacrifice. When he came back as Yahweh Shai, he had it. You know, so when we you know, when it's time for us, if we have that number, you know, after correction comes establishment. After correction, after we've been corrected, we go through what we need to go through and learn what we need to learn. Then we get there established to the kingdom of Yahweh by Shema Shai, man. Yep. We're gonna be yeah. This is Psalms 119 and 67. It reads, before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now have I kept thy word. So, you know, before I was afflicted, I went astray. You know, that affliction get your attention. You know, and Yahweh Bashma Shai teach us, man. He give us his word, all his statutes, commandments, his law, statutes, and commandments. And when we establish it, the kingdom is established, and we're gonna have to learn. We're gonna be learning again. It's gonna be a learning process for us. You know, it's gonna be a learning process for us. You know, okay. At first, Yahweh Shemashah gave us everything first, and then after a few times, like every good parent, you gotta teach your children. So put us in the captivity up under these different nations, and we're in this our present captivity was the worst, but we're learning. Come back to the laws, to live by the laws, statutes, and commandments. Yahweh Shema Shah. We're learning to do this now. And then he's gonna put the law, statutes, and commandments within us. Not gonna go off. We're not gonna sin anymore. And we're gonna have new bodies to live in, with a new planet, with a new mind. And we're gonna have to learn. We're gonna have to learn how to. We're gonna have to learn. Wow, we're gonna have to learn how to walk with them new bodies, man, without struggling with. I'm sure we'll get it. This is just me speaking as a man. There's no scripture backing this part up. What I'm saying, but I'm sure we ain't gonna be in the kingdom just laying around. We're gonna be issuing out employment. We're gonna be ruling. We're gonna see about it. We're gonna correct them. We're gonna be that. We're gonna be those rulers. And so we're gonna have to. But we be perfect, so we ain't gotta learn nothing. He said, because all of us, all will know him from the least to the greatest. So we ain't gotta learn nothing. It'll be within us. So we'll be able to. We'll be working in the kingdom too. We'll have something to do in the kingdom too. What's this? This is Isaiah 30 and 20, and it reads, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers, and thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it. Oh Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. And that guidance comes from Yahweh Bashar Shai, man. After we've that walk ye in it, it's Yahweh Bashar Shai guiding us, man, after this after the affliction. This is Proverbs 24:16, and it reads, For a just man falleth 7 times and raiseth up and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. And so every time you fall, you get back up, that's a glory. So we're going from glory to glory to glory, till we become those fine gold. Less striving, more discernment. We're gonna be striving, man. We're gonna use discernment. We're gonna be thinking. We're gonna have the law, statutes, and commandments written within us, man. We're gonna go to it like that. It ain't gonna be no striving, man. We're gonna know the law, statutes, and commandments, and we're gonna do them. Isaiah 32:2, and a man shall be as a hiding place from the covert, from the wind, and a covert from the tempest. And the beginning of that says, a man shall be, not a man is or a man was. It says a man shall be. So that's a process that we're going through to be a hiding place in the wind and in the tempest. We're gonna be able to stand and survive it. And I'll read this last one. It's Habakkuk 2:20. But Yahweh is in his holy temple. Let all the earth keep silent before him. No chaos, no proving, no comparing, just order. Or no comparison, just order. So that's all I got. So we went through the pain and the hard times of being tried, and after you make it through that, when you make it through that, that's the other side of it is glory. So we're gonna go from glory to glory, and it's like only to make us those vessels of gold, man, pure gold that the Lord wants. So that's all I have. I hope you're edified, and I'm gonna say shalom.